Bam! Woohoo! Hello, everyone. Hello! Refresh, refresh. Let's see. It says I am. It's catching up. It's slow, it's slow, it's slow, it's slow. There I am. All right, so like and share. Something changed on Facebook. Just a little. I don't know if it's like the like, share, comment, that line where the icons are for you to click. Seems to me that they're smaller, they're moved, there's something that's... Hi, Miss Julianne. Yes, you may. Yes, you may. Miss Julianne, how are you today? This beautiful day in the neighborhood. I believe where I am, it's going to be under 105 starting tomorrow. It's like, yay! I know that sounds like you're crazy, but it's like, oh, it makes a difference. I'm doing well, thank you, yay. I am doing well as well. I am doing just lovely. I keep looking at the basil that I have, and it's like, I harvested some basil, what was it, earlier this week. It's doing so well. And I read up on it, and it's like 3 notches up you can harvest above that. And it's like, well, okay, I got a little bit more to wait. So first I did that, and I was able to get quite a bit. And I made some basil tea, and it's like, I've never had it before, and it's like, oh my gosh, it is so yummy. It is just so yummy. Hi, Miss Beth. Yes, you may be added. Ooh. Has anybody had basil tea before? It was just so good, and it's funny because I thought, oh, I'm just gonna, because I looked on YouTube to see, do I have to dry the leaves or can I just make it with the green leaves? And you can make it with the green leaves. I thought, okay, I'm gonna try it like I've been making the rest of tea in the summertime. I just throw it in a mason jar in the morning, throw it out with water, and let the sun do its baking. And it's like nothing was happening. So after a few hours, it's like, okay. I threw it in the Instant Pot. Now I just boiled the water. And as soon as it hit boiling, I just put the cover on it, oh man, it's just so yummy. I know, it's like, yeah. But you gotta think, when I was in Wisconsin, we had months where nobody wanted to go outside, and here it's just, yeah, just get out in the morning. I mean, this morning, walking at 5:30, 92. Hi, Miss Tammy Hill. How are you? I had a coughing just this morning. It's like almost right after I got up. There was a tickle. You know how you can feel a tickle? It's like, it's back here somewhere. And it's like, oh my gosh, something was going. Oh. No, I didn't. So I cut it off, and I actually have two. I have the Genovese, I think I'm saying that right, Genovese and sweet basil. So I used both, and I just cut off what I wanted, and I set it on the cutting board, and I just cut it in little pieces. I just went, and that's what I put in there. And I'll tell you, the water, it doesn't change the color of the water barely at all. I mean, it was really, really light, but the taste is much deeper than I would have expected. So you'll have to try it if you like basil. Hi, Miss Peggy. Yes, I may. I may put you on the list. How's everything in Madison? Well, Sun Prairie, Wisconsin, Wisconsin. Heard things are kind of crazy in Wisconsin. They've gotten crazier since I left, it sounds like. Well, so the other thing that's crazy, oh, and I didn't look to see when this was. So I've shared these on my personal page, but the Schumann resonance, we had another white spike. It's so funny because, usually they're just little portions that they show. It's like, here's a few hours, and they'll show the energy for those few hours. And out of, 4 hours, there might be 3 hours that are total white. Or out of 6 hours, there might be 4 hours. And they zoomed out a little bit, so they were showing I think it was over several days. And you could see how the white spikes were almost like they were very synchronized. It was very interesting. So, and I know people are like, well, how does the Schumann resonance, does it really affect us? And it's like, different people feel the Schumann resonance effects differently because we are all different. It's subtle for some of us. It's like, so one of the things that when I'm walking in the morning, sometimes I walk on the sidewalk and sometimes I walk on the bike path, golf cart path on the road. And sometimes it's because I'm avoiding all the ants, that are on the sidewalk. But sometimes it's like I step on the road and there's just a smidge of it feels softer on my feet. And I'll go up on the sidewalk and it's like, and I'll go back on the road and it's like just a smidge, but it's like, wow, it's so subtle. And that's the Schumann resonance for many people, is there's just little subtleties. But some people might notice, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired, I have to lay down. Oh my gosh, I'm so thirsty, I have to get something to drink. Or some, I don't want to be around people right now, whatever it is. It affects everybody a little bit differently, and you might not even know that it's connected to the Schumann, or you might realize it after the fact. Now there's also, so this is something just slammed into Earth's magnetic field. This is the CMEs, the coronal mass ejections, I think they're called. Something powerful from the sun has just reached Earth, and now our planet's magnetic shield is responding. Now how this may affect people is you might notice that there's magnetic issues, electronic issues, technical issues that are going on. So you might have problems with your cell service or your TV service or your internet. Another thing, and this is different at different times depending on how intense it is, but some people might feel I was telling a friend, I said, well, one of the things that a lot of people are complaining about is sinus stuff. So somehow it was affecting the amount of stuff in the air, so people were feeling and having the effects of allergies. So, do you use 8 ounce? It really depends on how much basil you put in there. Now, I had no idea, so you just got to play with it. Plus, this is how I look at it. If I made it so strong that it's like, oh my gosh, I knew that I could just add more water. So I ended up with 4 cups. So a mason quart jar. And it seemed like I had quite a bit of basil, but it turned out that it was just perfect. So you kind of have to play with it, Miss Beth, and see, because it also, you might realize it's like, oh yeah, this is a little weak for my taste, so next time add a little bit more, or this is like, oh my gosh, this is over the top. I can definitely add more water. I also tried it, I like my tea a lot of times with milk in it, and it tasted really good with milk too. It was yummy plain, it was yummy with milk. Hi, Miss Denise. Yes, you may. Yes, you may. I broke my ankle. Oh man, that's no fun. Let's send some healing energy to Miss Peggy for her ankle. Goodness gracious. I'll tell you, my neighbor came over. This is across the street. Usually she's gone in the summertime. She came over last night. She goes, okay, so I'm here a little bit. Her daughter had broken her wrist, and she had a bunch of stuff, so she was helping her daughter. And then amongst that, she fell, so she said, you can see that she had, and there was a tiny little spot, but you could tell that there was a couple spots, so, and she had been in the hospital, so it's like, man, be careful, people. I think berries on the energies coming in and how it affects me personally. I am sure others too. Absolutely. And it also depends on how empathic you are. And I think the more empathic people are, they're feeling it a lot more than others. Or some people might feel something and it's like, and they brush it off. It's like, oh yeah, there goes Sue talking about the crazy energies again. La, 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 la. It's like, you know, whatever. Whatever. Okay, I have more to share on Diego. He shared a lot. But I will read some of that, maybe, probably, after I pull the cards. So this is for the week of, this is the first full week of August that I'm doing a reading for, August 3rd through 9th of 2026. Okay, here we go. Desert speaks, oh, and let's see. All the cards came out just normal. There wasn't, well, I guess the second and the third angel cards, they were both kind of at the same time. One was way out, one was out there pretty far too. So they came out kind of together. Okay, Desert Speaks card is be yourself. It seems like we had this not too long ago. It seems like 2 weeks ago maybe. Or maybe this has been coming up a lot for people. But I think it's what it feels like. It's almost like, so I think this is an agave. The yellow on it. It's almost like the more that we open ourselves up to the energies that are coming in, even though sometimes it's like, oh my gosh, it feels so intense. It helps us be more of ourselves. It helps, it's like I can see this energy pouring into our souls. And there's parts of us that we might not recognize because they're our soul, and maybe we've been hiding it, maybe it just hasn't been present, maybe this energy that's coming in is helping awaken us to more of who we are, and that's what it feels like. Wow. Yeah. And it does feel like something that might help us, and I haven't talked about this in a long time, but it's at some point throughout the day, open your arms up with your hands out and open, and lean back enough so your high heart area is open, your shoulders are back, and just take a few deep breaths that way. It feels like That is what this is telling us, and that will allow more of who we are at the soul level to be brought in to our 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D, whatever, wherever we are on the spectrum right now, selves. First angel card we have is Feel the Sun. Doesn't that go right along with that? It's like, yes, you can do it outside if you want, and if you are in a climate where it's not sweltering, that would be an excellent exercise to do out in the sun. Yeah. Wow. It just opens up. There's something about the high heart area. It just opens things up. And then looking at the Schumann resonance, seeing that big white, for several hours, it's like, wow. You might feel a rush of energy. Hi, Miss Presh. So give that a try. Second angel card we have is Hear the Chimes. I'm not hearing you today. I heard them a little bit before. I've been kind of quiet lately. But listen to the subtleties, listen to the sounds, feel the sounds, feel the subtleties. And it really is about the subtleties. It feels more about the subtleties than anything. Yeah, I'm not getting anything more on that. It's like, well, other than when you do hear the chimes go off. Okay, third angel card we have is We Are With You. Yay, angels are with us, calling all angels. So this morning, there's a lady, she lives a few houses down on the other side of the street. And I'll see her every once in a while in the morning when I'm walking. And she was out there, and she said she was planting seeds. And she's got these huge, big blue, royal blue planters. And I said, so what are you planting? And she said, geraniums. She had saved them, and so she's hoping, she said, by Christmas she should have geraniums. And as I'm walking away, I said, she goes, I'm hoping they'll come up. I said, make sure and call on the angels. She goes, I know, they're around me all the time. So, good confirmation. I love it. I love it. And marigolds. I know this isn't a marigold, but marigolds have that big burst of energy. So let me know what you think of today's weekly cards. Yes, Ms. Presh, I will add you to the list. Way to go, way to go, way to go. So what do you guys think? I think I got a good picture of this. I always try to do that. All right, I'm going to read a little bit of Diego while I shuffle for Julianne. So Diego, this is Diego Berman. His title is Every Courageous Step Quietly Reshapes Your Future. The path reveals itself as you walk. So dear friends, this morning we reflected on the quiet courage that allows us to begin walking even before every answer has arrived. Ooh, listen to that. Yet something beautiful often happens after that first step. Life begins responding. You take one step forward and the universe takes 10 steps towards you. The path that once seemed hidden gradually reveals itself, one meaningful moment at a time. What first appeared uncertain slowly becomes a journey filled with unexpected guidance, meaningful opportunities, and gentle confirmations that we are moving in the right direction. Think back to, which one was it? It was Harrison Ford. What were those movies called? And I think it was the first one. you guys know, somebody put it in there because I'm not thinking of I think it was the first one. And he's on this side of the chasm and he's got to get to the other side. And he's reading, or he had studied something, and all of a sudden, he just like takes his first step right off the edge, and it looks like there's nothing there. And it turns out there's a bridge, and that's when he throws the sand out. That's what it sounds like Diego was talking about today. We have to trust. Indiana Jones, thank you very much. It's like I can picture him. And this is the one that Sean Connery is his dad in there. Yes, thank you, Miss Julianne. And here's Miss Juliette's card. Calm. I saw this card this morning. It's because it was on the bottom of the deck from last week. It's like, oh, calm. So, Miss Julianne, maybe you need to bring a little calm. A little calm. I actually feel like there's... So yes, we can create our own calm, our own chaos. But it also feels like, so this is what I'm seeing, is like, here's Julianne, and you might be feeling chaotic or you might not, but here's the calm energy. Oh, here's the calm energy, and here's Julianne. And it feels like you can ask this calm energy to encompass you, to help emanate it out. Because it almost feels like it's there, it's in front of you, and it can envelop you if you are not feeling it within. That's what I'm seeing. I've never seen that before, but it's almost like asking an angel. So you have an angel that, is air, where you can't, there's nothing physical there, and you step in the middle of the angel to feel the angel essence. It's almost like that, where you can step into the calm energy. And even if you felt it before, it will intensify and magnify after you do this. Man, never had that one. No, not that I remember. Not that I remember. All right. Okay, shuffling for Miss Beth. Thank you, Sue. Ask the angels to help keep me cool, calm, and collected. Yes, absolutely. It feels, it's similar to that, and it feels more intense than that. It's quite cool. All right, Miss Beth, this one's sneaking out the side here. Miss Beth. Okay, Julianne and Beth, maybe the two of you need to sit chit-chat together about, okay, what's going on? Oh, and you guys saw me shuffle, and I just pulled this for Julianne. So I'll tell you, Miss Beth, everything that I said for Miss Julianne feels like it's very similar. It very much applies. Now, the other thing for you, okay. Of course, I always see you on the back deck. I think it's the back deck. I don't know. I see you on the deck. And going back to at the very beginning when I was saying the outstretched arms, it feels like doing that and allowing this calm to come right here and expand. That's what it feels like. Sorry if I just caused static. That's what it feels like. Because and it's so funny because these two seem to really go well together. This is it's an opalite, I think. So it means they messed with it to make it that way, but these are really cool. But that's what it feels like because yes, it's within you, but when you do this, when you are allowing it to come in, it feels like it's amplified and magnified. Wow. So there you go. So interesting. All right, Miss Tammy Hill. Okay, and I'm going to mark off the end of the list. Presh is the last. So we got Tammy Hill, Peggy, Denise, and Presh. Presh, you're the last one. If anybody else pops on, they get, then it goes along with Presh. Okay, Tammy Hill. Tammy, Tammy, Tammy. We're Tammy's Angels. You are so welcome, Miss Beth. Miss Tammy Hill. Miss Tammy Hill. Passion. Yeah. This feels like that there is I'm feeling like a new passion is being ignited within you. It feels like it's very fresh. It's new and fresh. It doesn't feel like it's a person. It feels like it's a thing. So something new that you're doing, and there go the chimes. Something new that you're doing, something new that you've discovered, it feels like it is, and the word I'm hearing is igniting. It is igniting something within you. And it might seem like it starts out small, but and it's almost like, you know how if you are looking for something, you can't find it, or if, when we were kids, some of us might have done this. There's a piece of mercury, I think I did this anyway, piece of mercury that because the thermometer broke and you try to touch it and it moves. It feels like it's something like elusive and allowing it to show up for you. And when you start to feel it, breathe energy into it. That's what it feels like. So let me know, Miss Tammy. Let me know. All right, Miss Peggy. Everybody send healing energy to Miss Peggy and her ankle. Miss Peggy, Miss Peggy. Hi, Miss Val. Can't stay. Can't stay on. We have a family. Well, go have fun. You'll have to watch the recap to see if there's any tidbits that pop out for you. Have fun, Miss Val. All right, Miss Peggy, Miss Peggy, Miss Peggy. There it is, there it is, there it is. Now there's a little bit of a theme here. We got the peace, we got the calm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This feels like Miss Peggy. So this what I'm hearing is allowing the peace to come, allowing it to envelop you, allowing it to sit with you. It is definitely within, and it just feels like allowing it to be ignited, but ignited feels like it's too strong of a word. Because, you know, if you're thinking about a campfire, ignite, it's like, oh, it's going to start the fire. This feels like smoldering, you know, after the fire has burned down and the the embers are super good for getting the marshmallows just perfect. It feels like that, getting to that spot and sitting quietly, maybe doing some breathing, helps you get there. And then you feel it. Let me know on that, Miss Peggy. You are very welcome, Miss Val. Have so much fun. Okay, Miss Denise, 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 Miss Denise. Let's see what we have. Okay, you guys. You saw me shuffle. I'll tell ya. This is, I don't know that I've had two I like this, two different cards show up twice before. So this is for Denise. Let's see. So this is so interesting. This is what I'm seeing. You know how you can get balloons? Some balloons, they come in different shapes. And this balloon I am seeing in the shape of a heart. And the more energy you breathe into it, the bigger it gets. And you might get to a point, and not that it's going to explode, but it feels like it can run away with you if you let it get too big. And I don't think that that means to temper back your passion. What it feels like is make sure that what you are feeding it is what you think you are feeding it is truly feeding it. So whatever the passion is, think about it, okay, what I am doing, is it benefiting or taking away from? And that's where, that's the breath that's going into helping it expand. So think about the things that you are doing. Is it helping it expand or is it taking from it? And I'll tell you, it's amplified because it's already come up once before. So there you have it. That's what I've been practicing. Well, good. You are so welcome, Miss Peggy. Okay, Miss Presh, this is the last card for today. Okay, that one flew out, and I do know what it is. It went, and it landed upright on my keyboard. So, Miss Presh, all right, let me take a sip of water. Well, a sip of my shrub. All right, Miss Presh. Vacation! And look it. I love it. Yeah, this feels like taking a chill pill, putting your feet up. It does feel like just taking it easy. And I think, you know how with all the energies that are coming in, you know, I talked about them. Presh says I need it. With all the energies that are coming in, sometimes we think it's like, oh no, I'm not too tired. I don't need to close my eyes for 5 minutes. Oh no, I don't need to stop. I can just keep on going. I can keep on going. I can keep on going. And it's like, you know what? Listen. Listen to what your body is telling you. And if it's saying sit down, have a cup of tea, sit down, have read a book for a half hour, sit down and just close your eyes and breathe for a couple minutes, or close your eyes and take a nap, listen. And even think about this. When you close your eyes, no matter where you are, close your eyes and go someplace that you want to go. If you want to go, it's like, okay, so keep in mind, it's been over 110 here. So close my eyes and it's like, oh, just even picturing and feeling, oh, it's a cool morning and it's under 70 degrees. Oh my gosh, it feels so wonderful. You could go. You can go there. Just close your eyes and go there. Set that intention. This one lady, what was her called? Her name was Sandra. I can't remember. She called them staycations. I think was that what it was? But she would do meditations and go on staycations. And you feel so refreshed after that. I mean, close your eyes and imagine that you are standing under a waterfall, or that your feet are even up and being massaged. It's like, oh, heaven. So you can go there in your mind, where minds are much more powerful than we give them credit. Yeah, too much is happening. And switch that terminology and just say everything is happening in divine timing. Something along those lines. See, there go the chimes. And yes, it's overwhelming. Everything is happening in divine timing. I had a long nap today. Yay! That's awesome. That's awesome, because that means you're listening. I think, too, all the energies that are coming in, all the solar flashes, solar flares, all that stuff, it's like when we listen to ourselves, it helps all of that energy to integrate. Yes, and the more people that are allowing the integration to happen, the more energy is going to be allowed to come in, because we are feeding that. Instead of 3 hours of a whiteout of energy, maybe it's going to be 4 hours and then a lot of integration energy after that. But we are the ones that are allowing that to either be integrated, to come in, because the more we expand, the more our bodies are willing to take in our consciousness. Feel it's the ending of our old self. Absolutely. That's a great way of explaining it. It certainly is. It's like, and even as you say that, so think about yourself as you're taking a step, or as you're sitting up from a nap. It's almost like the outer shell of you is falling away and you are evolving. You're coming out of it. It's the old shell is falling away. It's like, phew. That's awesome. Wow, everybody. Awesome. This was great. Oh, I'm going to have to go back and look. What was this week's card? Yeah, I'm going to have to go back. I didn't write it down. I'll go back and look. Oh, be yourself. It's like I had to allow it to come back to mind. Be yourself. I didn't write it down. Whew. All right, everybody, I will be back on Thursday. I should be back on Thursday again. Now I missed a couple weeks, but you're very welcome. Thank you, Miss Julianne. You are very welcome. I should be back on Thursday, and then I will be back next Sunday. So you guys all have a great week. Thank you so much for joining me live. And I will see you next time. Angel blessings. Bye. Angel blessings, sweet lady. See you guys. Bye.